Imagine that a simple grain of salt, something we use every day without thinking, could carry a spiritual secret capable of transforming your life. Now, imagine putting on your shoes and placing this seemingly trivial ingredient inside them. What do you think would happen? This peculiar and ancient practice is not the result of superstitions, but of a profound wisdom that transcends generations. This tradition, rooted in Buddhism and Eastern medicine, symbolizes much more than an unusual gesture. It is a powerful metaphor about how small acts can guide us towards purification, balance, and connection with the universe. Did you know that salt, besides being a universal seasoning, was once considered more valuable than gold in ancient times? And that its use in footwear carries a message that goes beyond the physical, touching, the spiritual? In this video, we will explore how the simple act of putting salt in shoes can symbolize overcoming adversity, finding balance, and even emotional healing. Stay with us until the end, because you will discover a revelation that could change your perspective on life and spirituality. Absorption of negative energies. For millennia, salt has not been just a seasoning. Ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians and Romans already considered it a symbol of purity, protection, and power. During the period of the Roman Empire, for example, salt was so valuable that it was often used as currency, known as salarium, the origin of the word salary. But in Buddhism, its meaning goes even further, transcending the material and reaching the spiritual. In the Buddhist context, salt is seen as an agent that absorbs not only physical moisture, but also the symbolic weight of the worries and tensions we accumulate throughout life. Imagine the salt in your shoes as an invisible ally walking with you, removing the excess emotional and spiritual burdens that prevent your journey from being light and meaningful. This ancestral practice is rooted in stories that have been passed down through generations. Once, a fisherman in a Japanese village faced a devastating storm at sea. His vessel was about to sink when he used a bag of salt to absorb the water flooding the boat. After overcoming the danger, he began carrying salt in his shoes as a reminder that adversities can be faced with wisdom and resilience. In Buddhism, the analogy is clear. Just as salt prevents water from drowning us, it also symbolizes the purification of the emotions that suffocate us, allowing our mind and spirit to move with lightness. Putting salt in your shoes, therefore, is a way to absorb worries and ensure lighter steps towards spiritual enlightenment, spiritual purification and protection. Since ancient times, purification has been one of the fundamental pillars for achieving spiritual balance. In Buddhism, it is believed that the mind and spirit must be constantly protected from negative influences and worldly distractions that can divert the practitioner from their pursuit of enlightenment. In this context, salt emerges as a symbol of purification and a shield against disturbing energies. The purifying properties of salt have deep roots in Eastern traditions and ancestral medicine practices. For example, in ancient China, salt was used in rituals to ward off evil spirits. In Japan, Buddhist monks frequently use salt in ceremonies to purify temples and sacred spaces, ensuring that the energy in these places remained harmonious. These practices reflect the belief that salt has the ability to repel harmful vibrations. A striking story related to this belief is that of a Buddhist traveler who was crossing a dense forest known to be inhabited by challenging spiritual entities. Before starting his journey, he filled his shoes with salt, believing that this gesture would protect his mind and spirit. During the walk, even facing difficulties and trials, he remained calm and focused, feeling protected against external forces. Upon reaching his destination, he understood that the salt had not only purified the path, but also strengthened his internal connection with serenity. In Buddhism, putting salt in shoes goes beyond the physical. This gesture symbolizes the intention to keep the mind free from harmful influences and to strengthen the determination to overcome challenges. It is a daily reminder that, with spiritual protection, we can face any adversity with resilience and clarity. Balance and connection with the earth. The search for balance is one of the central pillars of Buddhism. In spiritual practice, balancing body, mind, and spirit is essential to finding stability in the face of life's uncertainties. The simple act of putting salt in your shoes is a powerful metaphor that symbolizes this state of harmony. It reminds us of the importance of anchoring ourselves, connecting with the earth, and standing firm, even in the face of the most challenging storms. Historically, salt has been associated with strength and stability. In Japanese culture, mountains, symbols of resilience and power, often represent the balance necessary to face difficulties. Just as these rock formations withstand the test of time and the elements, the salt placed in the shoes symbolizes a stable connection with the ground and a deep bond with the present. Imagine a young monk meditating by the edge of a turbulent stream, with the waters representing the uncertainties and challenges of life. As he reflects, his feet, firmly rooted in the earth with salt in his shoes, help him remain calm and serene. This scene is not just a symbolic image, but a reminder that inner balance is achieved by connecting with the world around us. Practicing. This symbolism is an invitation to integrate balance into all areas of life. Between work and rest, between moments of action and periods of contemplation, salt serves as a guide to finding that much-needed harmony. It reinforces the idea that by connecting with the earth, we can walk with firm steps, facing each challenge with serenity and confidence. In Buddhism, simple gestures carry profound meanings, and the act of putting salt in shoes is not just an ancestral practice, but an invitation to reflect on our own journey. It symbolizes purification, balance, and spiritual protection, while connecting us with the stories and lessons of past generations. A grain of salt, seemingly insignificant, can represent a world of wisdom, just as every step we take in life is filled with choices, challenges, and lessons. Salt reminds us that we can shape our path with intention and clarity. It teaches us that even in the most difficult moments, it is possible to find strength and resilience by reconnecting with our essence and the energy of the world around us. When you put on your shoes tomorrow, ask yourself, am I carrying what truly matters on my journey? Maybe it's time to leave behind the weight of worries and embrace the lightness of spirituality. Allow salt to become a symbol for you, representing what is essential: balance, protection, and the continuous pursuit of inner peace. With each step you walk not only through this world, but also towards a greater understanding of yourself and your connection with the universe. And, as in Buddhist teachings, each small act, no matter how simple it may seem, can completely transform the way we live our lives.